Hey everyone, it is Elson932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. We are in Germany. We are in Germany for Love is Blind. Ooh, it's already exciting. So I'm going to ask you before we dive into episode 3, please like the video, share it, comment below. There's lots to comment about. I thought Germany was going to be really, really good, like UK, but Germany, you're delivering. You are delivering way more than I expected, and I appreciate that. So let's get into it. We left off episode 2 with Hannah being triggered. Let me grab my notes. Hannah is triggered because Tolga gave a cupcake to Sheila. And that was kind of like commemorative of her birthday because she said her ex didn't do much for her birthday. Sweet gesture. Hannah acknowledges it. But, Sheila came in and was, presenting it to the ladies. Hey, I got a rose. I got a cupcake. So Hannah says she's triggered by seeing this. And we understand Hannah. So Sheila is saying that they have a lot in common. They have a strong connection. I'm agreeing with you, Sheila. Y'all have connections. Everybody in there has connections. It's just even though you're happy to receive it, it was giving little mean girls. I'm sorry, it was giving mean girls because Hannah likes the man and she's right there in the lounge. Tolga, on the other hand, is saying he needs a date with Hannah to figure everything out. Tolga, I don't buy it. Hannah said it was sweet of him to do it, but she is the right woman for him. I'm not sure I agree with that too, Hannah. You deserve to be chosen. I like you a lot, Hannah. As I said, you good people for what I've seen. And y'all remember, this is an edited show. It is produced for our entertainment. This recap and review is for entertainment purposes only. And for what we have been shown of Hannah, Hannah good people so far. So far. Tolga is a self-professed F-boy in Casanova, and he's showing it. Now he needed another date with Hannah to make up his mind. You just sent another woman with a gift from you to the lounge. Please, please. So Shella has a date with Fabio. He asked about the wedding day, and she let it slip that, walking towards him. And he asked, if he's falling in love because it's so intense. He hasn't had this feeling. She's gushing and smiling. And he's now thinking about how does he tell the other person. He's saying this out loud. Sheila says she don't like drama. Sheila's like, that's for you to handle. But guess what? I live with her. I got to go back to this lounge and live with her. So she says, hey, just step back and let us enjoy this date. I'm with Sheila. I'm with Sheila with this. Let's not talk about it. I want to hear about your other connections. Let's just be us. In a woman's lounge, Alberta says, it's one more day left, and all the other men have made decisions, and she wants someone who is sure of her and not playing games. Now, I don't know what timeline this is, because if this is all the other men, then I'm sure Tolga probably made his decision too. But I don't believe that. I believe Tolga gonna wait till the last minute. But that's just me. I don't know. Remember, this is also a translated show upon translation, so I am getting the English words and subtitles. So Sheila told Alberta that she did take into account her feelings when she was talking with Fabio. And it was hard for her, to hear Fabio was talking about how is he going to tell Alberta he's fallen in love with Sheila. Now, she said it wasn't fun to hear Fabio wanting to break up with Alberta. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sheila, you say you don't do drama, but Sheila, this is drama. Sheila, this is drama. Why are you telling Alberta that Fabio is thinking about how he was going to break up with her? This is drama. She didn't need to know none of that. Just like you said, oh, let's just talk about us. Girl, he ain't talk about you. We just had an enjoyable date. Leave it alone. Sheila, you're giving me drama. I'm sorry. Alberta didn't need to know none of that. Why are you saying that to her? You already know she walks away. She don't want to hear about your good dates. Why are you telling her the man's coming to break up with her? You don't know. He said it's... He thinking about how. So Alberta cries in her confessional about Fabio being a great guy, and she wishes them the best. And then she is weeping, and she's like, "I need a moment." And I was so sad for her. I was so sad for her. So Sheila now has a date with Pascal, and she's coming in there like, "Oh, she and Fabio on lockdown, but girl, Fabio ain't proposed yet, so I hope you don't toss Pascal away." He leaves her a letter on the table. He says sometimes he can't get his words out right, so he wrote it down. I do like that, because sometimes the words get in the way. Let me know in the comments if you know that song. The words get in the way. So the letter goes on to say, I'm abbreviating it, translated. She's the best woman he's ever met. Her happiness is more important than his. She said this is what she needed to hear from him. And she starts crying. He says he still doesn't know if he's ready to take the next step. Okay. Shella, I hope you are listening. I hope you're listening to these men. Yes, you're the best woman he's ever known, but he's not sure. He's still not sure, but she is happy. This is what she needed to hear. In the ladies' lounge, Shella tells of her date with Pascal, and Alberta is crying. Hannah, our good people, is hugging her. Alberta cries and says she was open before with another man who was on the fence about her and knows how it ends. I'm like, do you? Because this is a different man. Because I'm sorry, Shella is falling for Pascal after this one letter. So things can change with you and Fabio. But I understand, Alberta, you do not want to be second choice. If this man has chosen Shella, you do not want to be his second choice. His fallback because Shella then ran off with somebody else. But this is a different man. This is a different man. One moment is different than the next. But as you guys, see me on a panel sometimes, Little Black Book 91 on YouTube and on Instagram, he says it's clarity for 2025. If it ain't a yes, it's a no. If it ain't a yes, it's a no. So y'all, like Little Black Book 91 said, clarity for 2025. Alberta, it ain't a yes from Fabio, so it's a no. But I'm going to let the man say it. Let the man say it. So Marcel and Jen have a reveal. Y'all, Marcel looked disappointed. She looked hesitant, and he looked disappointed. I didn't see no sparks. I didn't see no interest. I didn't see a, well, damn, girl. I didn't see anything. She calls him beautiful, and then he calls her beautiful. Don't not the echo chamber. Marcel, could you not say something else? He was real hesitant, y'all. He said he imagined her ugly so his expectations won't be high. If you propose to me and you imagine me ugly, don't propose. Don't propose to me. You imagine me ugly, so your expectations. So what happens if you're disappointed? Like now, I think he's disappointed right now. What happens now? What is your behavior going to be like? Marcel, Mr. Holistic, Mr. Vegan, Mr. One with the Universe. I ain't liking it. I ain't liking it. So he says that she's amazing in his confessional. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. They sit on the couch and he gives her the ring on the hand. No second proposal. No one knee. He just like, oh, here, I got this for you. Put it on her hand. She said the silence between them upsets her. And he's like, I don't feel the need to talk. I'm like, why is it upsetting? Y'all just had a profound date. We all was sitting there quiet and you're like, you don't feel the need to fill the void with sound. I thought y'all would chill. There's a disaster, y'all. This is a disaster with the two of them. He said he can't find the words to say that he wants to leave. She kisses him and he accepts it because she's like, reach over and kiss it. He's like, yeah, okay, thanks. It's a disaster. I'm sorry, Jen and Marcel. Your reveal doesn't give me much hope. Jen says it's going to be hard if he doesn't talk more. Why? The last date y'all had, you said, oh, you don't need to fill it with silence. The last date, you didn't need to fill it with silence. Didn't need to fill it with noise. Sorry. You were happy with the silence. In the men's lounge, Tolga says his head says Sheila, but his heart says Hannah. And he made a slip up and said Hannah name. And I'm like, dude, the universe is telling you it's Hannah, but we're gonna let you make a decision. Hannah says she knows her worth. Hannah girl, Hannah good people. Hannah's like, I know my worth. If this man can't see the value in me, I am going. Go talk to our little sis, Alberta. Hannah, she needs you. So Tolga has his date with Hannah. He said he's confused. It's too soon for him to make this decision. Dude, we got 10 days. You signed on the contract, it said 10 days to make a decision. So, Hannah says she needs answers. Can he imagine marriage with her at all? He says, with you? It sounded like you have some doubts. Answer the question, Tolga. You're deflecting. You're constantly deflecting. Sound like you have doubts? No, you have doubts. So Hannah says yes because she is interested in him. And he says, oh, he feels butterflies for Sheila, but he feels them for her too. Hannah giggles and says the ball is in his court, so focus on them today. He says in his confessional he's willing to wait to see if the butterflies go away with one of them. And she likes that she can relax and just be with him. Run, Hannah, run. Hannah, because you seem like good peoples, but you just taking things, the ball in his court. Run, Hannah, run. Run away. Not to him, away. He doing you a favor. So in the ladies' lounge, Sheila wants to know what he said to Hannah. Girl, you just had your cupcake and flour. That ain't enough? Now you want to know what he said to Sheila? What he said to Hannah? Really? So she'll be mad if he's just keeping his options open. And she goes to talk to Hannah in the kitchen. Now, what I appreciate is that even though she whispering in the corner on the side, she does go to Hannah and say, girl, let's talk. Hannah's like, let's talk. So they see that he is telling them the same butterfly talk. Copy paste. Copy paste. Tolga is the copy paste Casanova. Copy Casanova. So both ladies have a decision to make, and Sheila says he ain't the only one to make a decision. She can make one too. We go on to Fabio and Alberta on a date. She says she's worried he will end things. He apologizes for saying she is too young because she came in there ready. She done warmed up. She was ready to fight. She was like, hey, I like you. I want you. Let's do this. And she's like, she's willing to show that even though she's 25 and the youngest, she is not, to be taken, frivolously. She thinks marriage is serious. But he does apologize for saying she's too young. She says she would choose him every day and feels this is right. Y'all, Alberta is letting her heart out. Alberta is like, throwing it out there and say, hey, dude, this is exactly how I feel. She said she knew right away with them. She said she does see a future with him and he is everything she ever wanted. Let it all out, Alberta. Fabio is feeling shook. Y'all, he is shooketh on the couch. He is hand on his head. He don't know what to think. He said he has met two wonderful women. And Alberta asked him, have you decided? He says he thinks he's falling in love with Shella. First he said he thinks he's fallen in love. Then she's like, with Shella? Is it deeper with her? And that's when he admits it's Shella. She's like, are you concerned we won't be able to get there? Fabio ain't answer. At first. She had to be like, Fabio, I asked a question. He said yes. And it would be better. And Alberta had to end the sentence for him by saying, for us to end things. He said, yes, it would be better. She said, for us to end things. Alberta, let him end it. Let him get the words out. Let him say it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just a firm believer in let the person say, if they're going to break up with you, don't help them. Let them do it. Let them do the whole shebang. So she says one day A man will come along and feel the same for her the way she feels for him. I felt that for Alberta. It feels to me that she is giving, 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 but she's given to the wrong one. And you're 25, Alberta. I understand you want to have your kids young, but girl, 30 is young too. I understand. I understand you letting your heart all out, but guess what? Now you know Fabio ain't it. Fabio in love with another woman. Or he thinks he's in love because it's butterflies. Yo, I need these butterflies to go away. It's just gas. So get him some hot tea. All this butterfly. It ain't butterflies, it's gas. Okay? I'm sorry. So at the end of Fabio and Alberta's interaction, Netflix and Love is Blind always got a good song selection. The song's lyric says, I don't know how you pull away as if you never cared. That hurt me too. Y'all, Alberta's tears was hurting me. And I hear y'all come along with the song. Woo! I felt it. Alberta says it hurts. And with more time, maybe it would have been different. In her confessional, she says that. She says she learned a lot and that she can open up her heart. Yo, Fabio goes back to the men's lounge and said, that was tough. She fought hard. He said, that was tough. Dude, you didn't even break up with her. She helped you. I'm sorry, Fabio. Mm-mm. So Fabio has his date with Shella. She says their date was emotional. She'd taken some time to reflect. He said, oh, you heard what happened. And you knew how excited I was to come talk to you. Because he's like, you heard I broke up with Alberta. You know I'm coming in here for you, my gal. But y'all, Shelly ain't sounding excited. And Sheila says she wants to move forward with Pascal. Again, another breakup that I think they edited it down to nothing because I don't think Sheila jumped all the way to yeah. I need to go. I got somebody else. I think they edited it down a little bit poorly. So I'm like, I was screaming at the TV. Fabio, that's what you get. Fabio, that's what you get. You chasing butterflies. You chasing butterflies when Alberta is sitting right there pouring her heart out. You swinging out chasing butterflies that you ain't even catching. The song when Shella broke up with Fabio and left is like, this is where I leave you. This is where we part. Nothing lasts forever. We can't go back to the start. Perfect song. Go away, Fabio, but he got to have a confessional. He asked Shella, are you really sure? Is there any chance? It's the first time in years he can see himself opening up his heart, and boom, he gets hurt. You know what, Fabio? Alberta is over there feeling the same thing. So both Shella and Fabio are crying in the pods. He sits in his pod and told her, hey, it's okay if she wants to leave. He's going to sit here. He really don't feel like leaving the pod and going to see the guys right now. I understand, Fabio. You swung and you missed. And you missed out with Alberta. I'm sorry. In the men's lounge, Fabio wishes Pascal the best and they hug. Pascal's like, oh, I won. But he wasn't arrogant with it, but I wasn't seeing the enthusiasm too much. Shella, says she feels like she's hurting everyone here. Shella, you hurt Fabio, but Fabio hurt Alberta. So Shella, I don't know if you're thinking too much of yourself that you hurting everyone here, but you were a major piece on the board. You were a butterfly for Fabio, okay? He was also putting his heart out to you. And you went with Pascal. Okay. So Sheila has a date with Tolga. And she's interrogating him. Why is there another woman here feeling for you the same way she feels? I was like, girl, he been dating 15 women or how many others? That's the show. She wants to know what is he saying to them both. She now interrogating the man. So he's like, the experiment has not been easy for him. And she is like, yeah, but you're not the only one to have a decision. I got a decision too. She's interrogating this man. I'm like, this how you find love, Sheila? He said he can't tell her she is his pick. And she's like, no. You did say that On a previous date, you said I was your pick. And he said he's feeling pressure from her. He's feeling the pressure. She's like, what about me? She's like, I got a decision too. I could walk on out of here. He has feelings for her, he says, and he's getting goosebumps. Them butterflies and goosebumps got to go, y'all. They're doing a disservice. He said, but he can't imagine proposing to her. And she fell for it. That is the Casanova you fell for, Sheila. He said, I can't imagine proposing to you. That don't mean he going to. That's just a daydream. You gotta wake up eventually. She fell for it. He did not say he will. He said he can imagine. See, Tolga, your statement of being an F boy, you're doing it. You're doing it. He asked, will he see her tomorrow? That's another little Casanova line. She said yes, and she's all excited and giddy yes. Sheila? Anyway. Medina has a date with Sally. He leaves her a gift. Now, do you all know those plastic concert bracelets that have sayings and words on it? He left a red one with white lettering. Okay? Plastic concert bracelet. She leaves him a gold necklace with a Bible verse, the book and the verse numbers written on it. Now, what's interesting is they both say the same thing. The Bible verse she referenced is the words on her plastic bracelet. I can do all things. Medina is like, whoa, Sally's like, oh, this is a sign. This is a sign. A sign of what, y'all? Here's where the sign is for me. He left her a plastic concert bracelet. She left him a gold necklace. That to me is a level of effort. That to me is a level of effort. He left you a plastic concert bracelet and you gave him a gold necklace. Is it going to be unbalanced for your relationship? Is he going to be giving you plastics and you're going to be giving him a precious metal? I don't like it. I don't like it, Sally. I don't like it. I don't like it, Medina. I like you, Medina. But that level, you want this woman who has never seen you to say yes to a proposal, and you won't give her a plastic concert bracelet? I'm sorry for all of you who like concerts and like plastic concert bracelets. This is by no means to offend you. But I'm talking about someone you have never seen you want to make your wife. I'm not saying you have to be materialistic. But the only other gift I saw was the cupcake with Tolga and the rose. I haven't seen, and the letter Pascal gave. It is giving me that the German men on this show are giving low effort. That's what it's giving me. The German men on this show are not gift giving. It don't need to be expensive. The cupcake and rose, perfect. Perfect balance, the cupcake and rose. He don't know her. But the sentiment behind it, even though he's an F-boy Casanova with it, the sentiment behind the cupcake and rose was there. That was way more valuable. The letter, yes, because he's pouring his heart out, but then he ain't ready to marry. But that right there, the plastic concert bracelet, I don't care what it says, I can do all things. What you could do is a better gift. That's all I'm saying, Medina. I'm sorry. So that's my rant with the gifts. Tolga has a date with Hannah. She wants him and will fight for him. And he says his gut tells him it's Sheila. She does cry. Hannah are good people. She cries. Hannah, you're dodging something major, and I'm so glad that he chose somebody else. So Tolga says, you're an amazing woman, and I would love to meet up with you outside of this and have a Harry Potter night. They both love Harry Potter. They watch it all the time. They have tattoos of Harry Potter. Okay? That's why he said Harry Potter night. Hannah, before I rant about this, Hannah says she will not, when he is married to Sheila, do that. No way. She will not meet up with him. See, y'all, Hannah good people. Hannah is good people. Tolga, that's Casanova F-boy behavior. You're about to be engaged with another woman, and you're telling Hannah we can still meet up after this outside the experiment. Tolga, you told us exactly who you were. I'm not surprised. But Hannah, you are showing us that you know your worth. You said you know your worth, and now you putting your foot on it. It's like, no, you'll be married to Sheila. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Oh, Hannah, you good people. Hannah says she is shocked that he would say that in her confessional. She is shocked. The song they're playing is "You Let Me Down." You know, Love Is Blind never lets me down with the song selection. So they wish each other the best. Hannah feels that he was keeping her as his second option. I can see that, Hannah. I can see that, but the way he said it, if we are to believe him, if it ain't a Casanova, he was really tossing between the two of you. So then we have Sheila and Pascal. He is scared that she may not like him or that he may hurt her. She tells him she has stronger feelings for him than Fabio. He proposes. She says, yes, I do. She's screaming too. And we go straight to the reveal. I love Love Is Blind Germany. We go straight to the reveal. They both look excited and happy. Pascal is in a three-piece suit, y'all. I'm going to try and get a photo. I'm not sure. Pascal is decked out. Now I'm thinking, how are you going to dress for the wedding? Now I'm looking at Pascal's fashion. Now, Shella looked beautiful in her green dress. She looked gorgeous. But I got to say, my eyes were drawn to Pascal in that. His vest. His vest had lapels, probably lined, the stitch. It was well tailored. Whoever the craftsman is, Pascal's suit was well tailored. So they were cute. They were awkward first kiss like teenagers. He takes out the ring, put it on her finger. No second proposal. What's going on? What's going on? Then it was like edited down because he puts the ring on her finger like they part ways. It was edited down. I didn't like it. It made it seem like they weren't important. They didn't like each other. Next is Tolga and Sheila. He says he feels better hearing her voice. He proposes. She yells her response, which is, yes, I do. They both are wearing black, mind you. He's wearing black on black. She's wearing a gorgeous, it looks like velveteen black dress. She's looking like Jessica Rabbit in black. But they both wearing black. Okay? Y'all going to a funeral? Johnny Cash would say, maybe I am. So we have Sally and Medina. They say hello. She's wearing the red and white plastic bracelet and said she slept with it. I guess it's a sentiment, girl, but I'm sorry. He says he has her necklace with him in his hand. Now, at first I was like, dude, you ain't like the necklace? But then it's made of a very thin chain, so I'm wondering if he just doesn't want to damage it accidentally. I'll give Medina that grace. Not much else. So she said she never expected to meet someone and open up so much and doesn't recognize herself. He says she's an amazing woman and his perfect match. His heart is telling him to continue the journey with her. Asks her to stand, he proposes. But in his proposal, I got a question, Medina. His proposal said, asking her, is she patient enough? Is she loyal enough? And is she willing to have a babbling idiot at her side? Wait a minute. What you got to be patient enough about? I'm scared. When you start saying that, especially in a proposal, you've had people not patient before in your life. And now I got to be patient. Patient for what? We getting married in 30 days. Patient for what? Loyal enough. Sounds to me like you have been cheated on in the past. It seems like your past is in your present proposal for the future. Is she patient enough, loyal enough, willing to have a babbling idiot by her side? You're trying to lighten the load. That was a little babbling idiot, was to lighten the mood. It didn't work with me, Medina. I got scared immediately when you asked him that. Patient and loyal enough. Are you? What have you been doing these past 10 days if not finding out if she's loyal or patient enough? Anyway, Sally says yes. And I was like side-eyeing her. Sally, you didn't hear a word he said. So then we have Medina and Sally's reveal. He was hesitant. They have a slow but deep hug. He gives her a quick kiss. He kneels, he proposes, and he says yes. Now, what I saw in Medina was he was waiting for her to be disappointed in how he looked. Medina has, dreads. If you see his picture, he has dreadlocks. Medina is a handsome man, Savannah. Medina, I'm sorry you feel maybe she may not like how you look, but you are a handsome man. He kneels, she says yes. She's leaning away from him on the couch when they sit down. And he is like waiting for the disappointment in her eyes. He is like waiting for the next shoe to drop. He is laughing that it feels like a nervous laughter, like he wants to, let's lighten the mood. Let's, hey girl, da, da, da. But she says his laughing is making her insecure. His laughter. You're cutting out, it ain't happiness, but you don't want him to lighten the mood with laughter. But I understand she may have insecurities where she feels he's laughing at her, but he doesn't get a chance to say. It was not a real good reveal. It was very awkward. Sally is crying and breathing heavy in the lounge. She's like, y'all, I need a moment. When she returns to her separate lounge and the door is closed, she is crying and needs a moment. And that's how we end episode 3. Y'all, is heating up in Germany. I'm loving it. Please join me for episode 4 where we find out, because there is some shaking up in episode 4 that you do not want to miss. I'll see you over there in the next one. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.